Yeah. I mean,
and we've been on the flight deck, like.
And it's like in the reactions, it's fine because there's like a preset filter we can put on there to make you
Go
not sound awful.
fuck yourself.
But oh god, I mean that was a lot of work developing those.
It
presets.
was, yeah.
It's like the episode in Friends where they like auto-tune Phoebe and she thinks she sounds amazing, and they're like, "That's not your voice." She's like, "Well, I've never heard my voice."
Smelly cats.
Smelly cats. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the next episode of the BRB podcast. My name is Sammie Kohn.
My name is Jim Swinson.
And I'm Jam.
What's up, everybody?
Hey. We're here for next installment of BRB podcast. It is my first time being on with you two, like this 3 people set up, so that's fun.
We're scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
We're like, we got nobody
like,
good.
Who else can we talk to?
What other combo do we have?
We got no one else.
Let's do it. That's fine.
So something happened over the week that freaking Jam and Eric were away for work, and I think I've only heard like that you guys. What have you heard? That they almost died or something.
I heard that you guys got into a scrap in Chicago. But I know nothing about it.
So
No.
So,
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
We thought it would be fun if we like took guesses as to what that scrap was, and then you actually tell us what it is.
Okay.
So okay, just give us it was a scrap.
It was
Just tell them what we were going to do. That's it.
okay. So
Yeah, set up the scene, then just say and go.
So we had all checked into our hotel rooms. We were in the Hilton, which was like super nice. And I was like, oh my god, this is so great! Like we're just in this nice hotel finally.
In Chicago.
In the nice part of Chicago.
What a good hotel is.
And Eric and I meet up, and because we're all on different floors, because we all booked different rooms, and we're like, "Where's our buddy's room?" And so we're like, "I think it's let's just go down to this floor." Scene.
You go. Okay. So you're on a floor. Okay.
So you're in the hotel.
We are in the hotel
Together.
Eric and I.
So they get to the floor off the elevator.
Okay. They walk off the elevator, and there they see a colorful character wearing raggedy clothing. He smells a bit of alcohol and body odor.
Like a hobo?
We'll call him the hobo.
Okay.
And he asks for some change. James, being a loving human being, the most caring soul that I have ever met.
Oh,
Buddy ears his pockets to show that he doesn't have anything, per usual.
And then what happens? He gets perturbed. He pulls a blade. You get stabbed, 3-4 times?
Oh yeah, I died.
Okay, so
on
what
the
actually
spot.
happened? Yeah. You died on the spot.
No, don't say what actually happens. This is getting good.
You get sent to you sent to the hospital.
You guys get pulling into a room. Right?
Oh, it's like that. It's like you ever seen that movie, The Four Rooms, where they get held hostage in the
That's
in
like,
the
yeah.
hotel room? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like Quentin Tarantino's first movie. Yeah.
So they get pulled into the room and forced
To have sex with each other for money.
to circle jerk.
Eric, our secret's out, buddy.
All right, what actually happened?
So actually,
I had so much fun.
If this was a competition, I would say Sammie got very close to winning.
Yes.
So we get off the.
Whoa. Very close is a terrible word.
You guys fucked.
Oh, that's right. That was the second part of your thing. No, we didn't actually have sex though. Sadly.
But you
So
did
dicks
get
were
pulled
out,
into a room.
You pulled.
So we're walking down this hallway, and the way that Dick's completely out, just flopping in the wind. No. Some men can do the helicopter. I can do the light switch.
Jesus Christ.
So we're walking, and the way that it's set up is like, here's the elevator, and then there's like a curve, and then the hallway goes like this, and it
So your
dead
dick
ends.
has a curve?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Actually, I just drew a dick and balls in the air. Damn it! But so it dead ends right here, and so we're walking. We're like, I think I'm talking to Eric. I'm like, what room is this guy in? He's like, I think he's in 506. So we're like, okay, cool. There's a do not disturb sign on the door, and I'm like, I mean, I put my do not disturb sign up already because I don't want maids coming in and stealing my shit. So I just very lightly, just like,
Racist.
that's not, how's that a racist thing? Just very lightly, like, knock one time because I still wasn't sure, and like we're like, maybe we should text. The door immediately.
I'm so like, why didn't you think to text before you went knocking
I
on a
always text
random
before.
door?
Because I have this thing called trust for this person called Eric, which is completely gone.
Yeah, that's entirely unfounded. You shouldn't have that.
So
I think
anyways,
it's 506.
I knocked very.
He led me wrong in foreign countries.
Yeah.
Just don't have that.
I knocked very, very lightly, like non-committally, because I'm not sure if this is really the room. The door immediately flings open, and I shit you not, there's this 7-foot-tall, 300-pound, like, potentially Russian dude. He's like in his 60s.
He's vaguely Eastern European.
Yeah, Italian or Russian.
/ Italian.
Just seething rage. Like, doesn't say a word, just breathing through his nose.
And he just opens the door?
Damn.
Opens the door, staring at me. Whoa, my bad, man. I'm sorry, we got the wrong room. Turn to leave. He reaches out, grabs me by the arm, and starts tugging me in, trying to pull me into his fucking room.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. I managed to like do the little like arm, like get away from me
I'd
thing.
be like, why the fuck?
yeah,
are you?
I did the like, and like all I could think to say was, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? and so like, you know, Eric, who actually has like half a brain, is like, we're so sorry, we're looking for this is the wrong room. Sorry, we didn't mean any harm.
What the fuck did you say?
Sorry. Nothing. He's still just breathing through his fucking nose, staring at me.
All right.
So, at this point, here's the hallway that dead ends. This guy is here. He moves out into the hallway proper and is just standing there, all 300 pounds of brick shithouse.
Like blocking
the
hallway?
whole fucking thing. And we're walking down to the dead end like,
Awesome.
oh my God, I hope that
Awesome.
I hope that this guy's room is on this side. So I'm texting him frantically, what's your freaking room number?
Why didn't you call him?
So you have a raging bull and a dead end.
Yeah. Galen's room was 507. Just on our side of the giant dude. But close
So
enough
you
to
can't.
where
You'd have to go back.
No, like so here's the dude. Galen's room's here.
He's
And
not
we're
like
over here.
engaging you in any way. He's just standing
He's
there.
just standing there
looking mean.
breathing. Like creepy
He
and
steps
like
out of his room and closes the door.
no, the door's not closed. He like just left it open.
Can
Didn't
you
even
see
think
the
about
dead
that.
hooker in his room?
It was like it did look rather disheveled in
This
there.
is so
There's
scary.
a pile of
Yeah.
blow, a dead hooker.
Yeah.
Like everything is like blown up in that room.
I didn't see any piles of blow. I didn't see any.
Oh
dead
yeah,
hookers.
maybe he
Well,
was
that
like
just
really
does
fucked
at that
up
point,
though.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's
So yeah, he was definitely on something. This guy.
Yeah.
And so like we knock frantically on the door because the guy's just standing there staring
he's just standing
at us.
there watching you.
Yeah, he's
because
just-
this takes to go. Oh, here's a text message. It's
Well,
that one. Knock knock knock.
we
That's some seconds.
we
that
we
have
we
passed.
were walking with alacrity towards the dead end, just like we're putting distance between us and this guy. I don't care that it's a dead end. There's an emergency exit.
Is
push comes to
Eric
shove.
still trying to like disengage this guy? Like
So
to talk to him?
when we go back, like Eric starts and I mean you know me, I'm terrible at like talking to
Wait,
people.
was
9 times
was
out of 10.
Galen's room near the guy, or you're saying it was a
Yeah. So the guy's standing here. Galen's room is like right here, and
Okay.
we're like over here walking up.
back?
And so
Your like finger relation sucks. You're like, hey, here, like.
And
we're
I
against
know.
your way.
so this is the hallway, right? Here's the church. This is the steeple.
He was standing
Oh,
5 feet in
you
front of
open the door. and
Okay.
If you do this, you can see a vagina. All right, there you go.
But so anyways, he's standing like 5 feet in front of the door, and we were like knocking on the door waiting for our buddy to open it, and Eric starts in with the we're sorry, this is the wrong room, and I'm like sorry, the open door wrong, sorry, like and so the door opens up and we just bolted in there, close the door. Close the little slide
That's
thing.
the bad idea because now he knows what room you have.
You know
He
what? I
knows-
was on a
he
completely
knows
different
Galen,
floor.
that
Yeah,
I
he
am.
knows where this dude's room is, which I felt kind of bad, but
Fuck him.
our
right?
buddy's got a
'Cause-
big bushy mustache. He could hold himself in a
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
against it.
He's taller.
And me, I got
He
noodle
weighs
arms. I
about
couldn't do it.
170 pounds.
Yeah.
He's not-
Oh my gosh,
he's
that's
not- he's kind of a-
terrifying.
And then
I forget that you're in Chicago. Like you're in Chicago.
we were in the nice
you
part
know.
of Chicago, but it was still like
It's
that was
so
our
rich
first day
people.
there.
Yeah, you're still in like the
So
big
you-
city.
So you were there for what, 3 days?
3 days.
You didn't run into him at all since then?
never again. But
Holy shit!
No, let me do the setup for the next part. So that's the next day.
You want to just
Hear
come?
me? So it's the next day. He has to come up to my room. He gets in the elevator. What happens?
oh yeah, my story doesn't end there. So please
Okay.
continue.
He gets in the elevator, and the guy gets in the elevator with you, and makes you blow him.
Okay, so you're traveling up, and he looks at you, and like he pushes you push the button for the floor, and he looks at you and shakes his head no. And as the elevator starts moving, he hits the stop button, and you are between floors at this point. And then he doesn't say a fucking word. He just looks there mean. And he gestures at his dick, and then he
You have to
unzips,
blow
and
him.
he fucking makes you.
I-
and he just He doesn't say anything. You're just like, and he just grunts. He goes,
So,
That's
do,
all
So
he
this
said.
is rape at this
do
point.
you
You got
guys
raped.
dream of me getting raped? Like, why does it always like come to like, and then James
then-
gets raped?
And then he gets, and like he's got like tight jeans on, but you can see that rock hard.
Okay, all right, I'm cutting that off.
That's
Turn that
not
off.
what happened.
Aside from all of the
And
penis
then the
stuff.
back of your throat gets just plummeted.
So aside from all of the penis stuff, you were closer. So I'm on the 22nd floor, and Eric is on the 26th floor.
Yeah.
So I get in and I press the button to go up to the 26th floor.
Yeah.
And this is 22 floors up, and the whole thing starts shaking. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, but like we're going up. Okay, cool. Ding, 23rd floor, and then it starts shaking some more, and then it fucking stops halfway in between the 23rd floor and the 24th floor.
Good.
Oh yeah,
Good.
perfect.
The doors open.
No, the doors didn't open up. I was stuck in that elevator for a solid 20 minutes.
Hilarious.
No, not hilarious. Because the thing is, this is my first time getting stuck in an elevator, right?
Okay.
The thing that like never crossed my mind until that point was just exactly how high up 23 and a half floors is. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, haven't you ever heard of Otis? Even if everything snaps, like every couple feet it gets locked
you're
in.
not thinking about that when the whole damn thing's shaking and now it's suddenly
I
stuck.
would absolutely
I,
think about that.
I
Like,
have to
engineers-
think about that or I don't go on the
The
elevator.
only thing that saves me is like engineers have thought that this might happen. Somebody who is gone
Otis.
to college.
It was
well,
Otis.
I don't
His
know-
name is Otis.
Oh, great. Somebody has thought of this situation, and there is a failsafe in place.
That's all well and good,
That's what
but
saves me. And that's why I don't get scared of stuff like that.
but you know that
'Cause I have that.
I am an
I get
incredibly
that.
high-strung human being. You know this about me.
Sure.
Okay, so I pushed the call button. I'm freaking out, terrified, just trying everything I can to like stay calm. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll send somebody up." So the guy finally makes it up, tries to open up the door, and it doesn't open up all the way. So now I'm like, "Oh shit, like something's actually
send me
wrong."
food.
Yeah. And so he's like,
I live here now.
Don't worry about it.
This is my life
yeah.
now."
He's like, don't worry about it. We'll get you up to the next one. And he closes the door and leaves me alone for another couple of minutes. And then the whole thing, I'm guessing he had like cranked it up manually or something, but the whole thing starts going, not funny.
Hilarious.
Super not funny. I was like, this is it. This
So
is the
funny to me.
And you know how I dealt with it was the entire time I was texting my wife, I was like, hey, so just here's the thing, I'm stuck in an elevator, and just in case I die, it's $400,000, so like I was just trying to like make jokes about it, but inside I was like, I'm gonna die, Rose, I love you, bye.
So
Like,
how long did it take for you to be curled up in the
You
corner
made
of
the
the
Bear
fetal
Grylls
position?
video.
oh yeah, and I made a little like Snapchat Bear Grylls thing. It's like, oh, it's a good thing that I'm trapped in here with plenty of my own urine. But like, hey, it's just little things to do to cope. And then the next day, for absolutely no reason at all, I put my glasses on, and the thing just fell off. It didn't snap. It wasn't broken. It was just the post just came off. My
The
glasses.
thing fell off, or you're like
The this part.
weird. The arm.
The arm of the glasses just pop fell off, and so I spent the rest of the trip
These-
with
I
fucking
like how
tape
you-
on.
Why did you have a terrible Chicago trip?
I
also
don't
feel
know.
Like you should have Tarantino'd that. You should have started at the end and
Then,
worked
yeah.
up, because the stories got worse as they went on.
Yeah.
I feel like the first two stories worked pretty good though.
Yeah.
Overall,
Well,
I
it was
rated
just
But
a
like-
terrible experience
But yeah,
for you.
I mean, at that point,
You
'cause,
didn't-
I woke up on the third day and I was like, what else can happen in Chicago?
Did you see the
And
bean?
We did see the bean.
Good. Did you get a hot dog?
No, I didn't get it.
You got
What
hot
else
dog?
is in Chicago? I don't know.
I got deep dish
Chicago's really
pizzas
good.
from
never been-
Malnati's.
Yeah, there's pizza that's a casserole.
I've never been to
there's
Chicago.
hot dogs that are really good.
Mm.
There's I think some fucking there's the museum where they have slices of dead bodies that are just cut up.
Yo.
Oh, that's
They're really
cool.
The
Yo.
blue balls, yeah, they're really cool.
So the thing that needs to be on every single Visit Chicago poster that's ever existed is, come to Chicago. We have literally the best waitresses you will ever meet in your life.
Ed DeBevick's or whatever, where they just yell at you.
No, like I have never been so consistently and so well served.
Weird.
Like
go to Ed DeBevick's. Their whole shtick is they like,
scream
hey,
at you.
you fucking pussy ass piece of shit. What the fuck do you want? I don't know why I have a New York accent because I can't do a Chicago accent.
is there a Chicago accent?
Yeah, it's the Bears, the Bulls.
yeah.
But it's like, hey, you pussy piece of shit, you fat fuck. What the fuck you want to eat? They say that shit to you. You order like a mediocre hamburger for way too much money.
So aside from that joint,
You pay for the experience of getting berated.
Yeah.
It's actually funny.
some people are into that.
Some
kind of
people
shit.
have that kink.
Kinda. And yeah, all right.
And we're on to
and we're learning things about Sammie.
I don't have that kink. I don't want to be berated.
Yeah. So
Oh,
all
yeah,
of a
I
sudden the
guess.
comments are just like, Sammie, you whore.
Please don't go
Anyway,
yet.
yeah. So, what time did you just go to like random ass places, or where'd you go?
Yeah, so we went to places all over. What state is Chicago in? I don't even know.
Illinois.
Fuck, I don't care.
I don't either. Yeah.
The people from the fucking coast think the Midwest is just like, I don't know, it's fucking
It's
Michigan,
just a big-
Michigan,
In the middle.
Minnesota, and fucking Mississippi. They're all the same state.
It's just a
They all
bit.
start
No,
with an
like
M. Who
I know
cares?
the South, but like it's all a big mismatch. But so you know that scene in the beginning of Reservoir Dogs when Mr. Pink is like bitching about why he's not gonna tip
Yeah.
and all that. So Mr. Pink would have tipped. Like I never saw the bottom of my coffee cup. You know,
great,
like
yeah.
like the moment that like I was like, oh, where's the waitress? I want to order. She was right there, like before I even like thought to look up.
That's awesome.
So
Chicago. I'll have to get there.
It's a pretty rad city. I got a good Chicago story.
okay.
So I used to play in a band. It was an all right band. It was an awful band name. It was called So Much Closer. Yeah.
Were you an Air cover band?
No, I will tell you the
So
band-
much closer to what?
Exactly, awful band name. So the band name. I'm a Vonnegut fan. I suggested the name So It Goes because in Vonnegut books, anytime somebody dies, he just writes it off as So It Goes.
So It
It's
Goes, yeah.
kind of a fucked up thing to say. Actually, I like that band name. The people in the band were like, they forgot what it was and they went, oh, So Much Closer. Like the next day, they were like, what's that band name you came up with? So Much Closer, which is a Death Cab for Cutie song, which
Yeah.
is awful.
No.
But anyway,
Don't hate on Death Cab, okay?
they're all right in like the early 2000s. They're embarrassing now. Go back and listen. It's not that good. Anyway, but it was like indie rock, whatever. So we were playing a show in Chicago. We show up to this place. I can't remember the name of the venue, but we walk in. We were like the third band to go on. Band 1 sets up their stuff. Band 2 sets up their stuff on the side stage, right? That's how it kind of normally is because when you have like 4 acts in a night, you got to get through it. Okay, we had a 45-minute. Everybody has a 45-minute set. Yada yada yada. So we set up our stuff kind of off to the side, whatever. First band sets up their stuff. The second band sets up their stuff logically towards the side stage. The owner of the bar comes in. This is like sort of like an hour before people are going to start coming in, probably around 3 p.m. And he's this gigantic Eastern European man, like of some Eastern European thing. And he's like, "What you do? No, you put amplifiers there. You put them there. What the fuck you doing?" To these hipster
like
kids,
Borat.
just fucking yelling, just like
Oh my God.
in some sort of Slavic tongue at these fucking hipster kids. And they have no idea. There's like, you over there, you put that way. What the fuck you do? You put drums this way. And he's like, and these kids are like, oh shit. Like, they're moving as fast as they can. And he's like barking orders. And then throughout the night, he is doing the same shit to his little subservient, probably wife. She weighs maybe 90
Oh,
pounds.
that's so
And
sad.
he's like yelling at her, like, you should drink to him, like doing all that stuff. And like, this guy is like a presence in the fucking room. So we go like the first band goes up, they were pretty rad. Second band goes up, they were actually pretty fucking dope. We play our set and then we get off. We get off and like he comes up to us and he goes, "You." We're all standing there at the end of the bar. He goes, "You, I like your music. Your music is good. Let me buy you a drink."
Oh my
You know?
god! And that's when you
we're
knew you had to disband.
Well, yeah. So we
You're
were
like, our music sucks.
so we were like, fuck yeah, man. You know, like, because we're just like, because at first when he walks up to us, dude, we were all like, kind of, we're like, oh, fuck, this guy's saying it. Like, you, band, over there. You know, we're like, fuck, this guy's gonna fucking kill us, you know? But he's like, yeah, I like your music. So in this band, there were 2 ex-Navy people. This was before I was in the Navy, but like, I'm Irish and at this point I was in my early 20s and I felt like I was invincible.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the other guy was kind of in the same vein. He was like, what do you want to drink? And we're like, fucking anything. We can drink whatever. You know,
Yeah.
what do you drink? This is your bar. I'll drink what you drink. And he just looks at us in the most confident, cocky way and he goes, you don't want what I drink. Which is, that's intimidating.
Yeah.
We were all like,
Okay.
Fuck
yeah,
is
man,
this
we
guy
want what you
drinking?
drink. Bring it on. Yeah, let's go, because we don't want to back down, you know.
Yeah.
So we're like, fuck bitch, you know. So he goes, okay, you want what I drink, you know. And he doesn't say anything like specific. He points to his little wife and he goes, you, bring them 4. Just like that. That's all he says is bring them 4. And she goes, and she goes over the rail, like goes over the bar and pulls up a fucking like a water bottle that's like old and has been through some
God.
shit, and with like a semi-clear liquid in it. 1, 2, 3, 4 shot glasses. Pours them out right there. And he hands
What
it to
was
him,
it?
And he goes, drink, you know. And we all go down the hatch. And this liquor, this fucking devil's liquor that we drank, burned my gullet like an unending tire fire.
Oh man.
It tasted like a meaty death. I don't
That
know.
sounds terrible.
It tasted meaty?
It was meaty tasting. I don't know what it was. It was one of the most foul things I have ever tasted in my life.
Wow.
We all drank it. We're like, oh, fuck yeah, and he laughs at us. You
So
know?
pretty much, if I go to Chicago, I'm gonna come across a ginormous, really mean
They grow like
Eastern
hotcakes out there.
European
What can I say?
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, there's a bunch of fucking like mafia and shit out there too. Who knows? Like that town is crazy as shit. You know?
Yeah.
Chicago.
I knew something was wrong with that place when like we were planning for the trip, and this guy that was from there was like, okay, so where's your hotel? Okay, cool. So that's a good place to be. Do not, under any circumstances, cross the street, or you will get shot. Your white ass will get shot. Do not cross the street. It's like,
Okay, we won't cross the street.
thanks, Keyshawn.
I mean, I have those limits in Philly too. If I know where people are staying, I can say, you know, okay, don't
A lot
go.
of cities, yeah.
You'll get made into a cheesesteak. Ah.
We'll chop you up.
Chop you up like a Benny Hannes.
That's the secret sauce in our cheesesteaks. It's human.
I've been in a neighborhood in Philly. Like, is that a good neighborhood? It looked like it was kind of a dicey neighborhood, but like, all right, you know.
Which one? Where like the
Where
pub
the bar
was?
is, yeah.
That's like an
looks
up and
alright.
coming with like the hipsters, so it's
Yeah,
not so
it
bad.
looks
But
alright.
there's more. Yeah, we didn't go to like the.
The bad
I
stuff.
remember the first time I took Pepe to like the neighborhood I grew up in to like show him, and you just see him like slowly reach for like the locks.
Oh my god.
But the thing about that
Pepe's
is-
like 8 foot tall. Like,
And then,
the thing about that is,
like, doesn't matter.
if you grew up around it, you're used to it. Like, when I went back home to St. Louis after not having been to my old like river rat shitty hometown for a long time, I drove through it. It's kind of fucking scary. Like, and I'm not saying like I had like a weird and bad impoverished whatever. You know, I grew up fine, but like my shitty river rat town, like it's poor fucking white people that live down by a river that gets flooded every other year. You know,
Yeah.
it's a fucked up place with a lot of meth and heroin. Like,
just a lot of drugs. I mean, you can
if
see
you
the
weren't
people
from
on
there-
drugs on the
Yeah,
streets.
if
You
were
know.
from there, I could see it being scary. To me, it's fine. I'm like, oh, that's fucking Sal in the corner.
yeah, it's crazy
Well,
meth Larry.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know, it's just 'cause
I-
it's your situation.
It was such a culture shock for Pepe to see someone on heroin for the first time. And it was like, that person's like falling asleep. And I'm like, it's
You're a little
He's not having
angel.
a nap.
you're such an angel. Yeah, that person's high as fuck.
he's gone right now.
I think it was a girl. She's high.
Oh, man.
Like, he's like, wait, what? I thought when you're high, you're hyper. I'm like, oh, dear child. Let me teach you. There's drugs that do the
It's a whole
opposite.
galaxy.
Do you want to know about
Those
the
are the
real
good-
zombie apocalypse?
these are the
It's
ones
called
that are real
Oxycontin and a heroin.
These are all the real BS.
And it's bad and it's addictive, and I feel bad for people that are stuck in it.
What's that new fentanyl?
No, it's
Fentanyl, yeah. Well,
just
fentanyl was one of the things that they were using, and it happened with Suboxone to get people off of it, and then it was just like, oh, fucking.
Yeah, because like that the
Just
lethal dose of
backfired.
fentanyl is like way smaller.
Yeah, but if you do enough, you're good.
No, I'm saying the lethal dose. Like it takes way
Oh.
less to overdose and
Oh,
die
on
on
fentanyl.
fentanyl
Yeah,
than
yeah,
it does
yeah.
on actual heroin.
No, yeah, we have actual problems in this country.
Oh yeah.
Let's not go into politics.
We're gonna fix the
We're
country.
gonna leave that to the people in
Right.
Washington and the elders.
BRB takes on this country. No, not gonna
I'm gonna do all the drugs in the countries. There's none for the junkies. That's how I'm gonna solve the
It's
crisis.
like Always Sunny, you know, it pops up like BRB solves the drug issue in America.
Yo, I called Charlie. Seriously, that's
Oh, well,
yeah,
like
you're definitely
we already
Charlie.
figured it out.
Yeah.
He's
Mac.
he's Mac.
you're
I'm
D,
Z.
and then Eric's your brother, so of course he's
Yeah,
Dennis.
He's Dennis. Oh my God, he's
Who's
so
Frank?
Dennis.
I still feel like Eric's Frank.
Eric's.
No, Eric
Eric's
is
not
Dennis
that-
to
Eric's not
it.
that
Eric
gross.
is totally Dennis.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would see you more as a Frank, but
Can Pepe
no,
be cricket?
Charlie.
Yes.
Pepe's cricket.
Oh my god.
He's just a nice like priest guy, but you're gonna.
He falls
Hey,
from
we're
grace.
just ruining this
Yeah,
human.
we're totally ruining. Pepe's cricket for sure.
Frank, I don't know who Frank would be.
I mean,
we don't really have a
too,
Frank.
Frank's too actually successful at what he does to be me. Like I think I'm more of a
No,
Charlie
you were
because
Charlie all
yeah,
day.
you,
Ashley,
yeah.
just
Ashley
such a
is the
nice guy.
waitress who we pull into our fucking antics all the
Oh my
time.
God. Ashley is the waitress.
And then we accidentally ruin Ashley as well because she was
And we
such a
ruin
nice,
her.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on from that. Anyway,
Oh, I didn't get to watch the last 2 episodes.
of
you,
D&D.
you played the last 2 episodes. Okay, so D&D.
She did play the last two.
No, I
She
didn't.
didn't. Okay. So from where we left off, you actually need to watch this because you're gonna be in the next one. So where we left off.
There's no way I'm gonna be able to watch them before tomorrow.
What was it that you remember? It's also been like a damn month since we played. So where were we when you last left off?
We were in that crazy, creepy house,
Yeah.
and then she got the sword, and then the sword was cursing her, and then we fought someone, and then it was kind of like
so where
done
we left
from there.
off, Joe learned a lesson. The lesson
That you
was-
don't steal.
The lesson was maybe you don't just pick up random shit.
Petty
And
larceny
take
has
it.
consequences.
Yeah.
Petty larceny has consequences.
That was the title of the episode.
Yeah.
She tried to steal a sword that was
I remember that. I was in that one.
kind of probably cursed, and even if it wasn't cursed, like, had we left that house, how do we explain to people that we stole a very ornate sword that probably exists, that like belonged to those people?
We would have been fucked. Yeah, either way.
It's the kind of thing where you got to think about, would you do it in real life? Can you get away with it? Probably not. So, so she learned a lesson. It was cursed. She almost fucking wiped the party. Hilarity ensued.
I remember
Oh,
she
yeah.
was at like 1 HP when we left that episode.
Yeah. So
We ended up upstairs. Then what happened?
blood boner happened.
The blood boner. happened.
Okay, so we go into this.
Is it
nursery.
all boner or blood
That's
boner?
exactly what I said.
We're so logical. Every boner has got blood in
And
it.
actually, I didn't think about this connection, but right before that, so we're dealing with the cursed sword. I got kicked in the nuts until I passed out because I touched the sword.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and so they're like, yeah,
The doctor.
the doctor kicked me in the nuts until I passed out, like to get me to stop touching the sword.
It
So,
was
anyways,
awesome. You need to watch at least episode
it was
4.
it was really
so
good.
good.
So good. So we go into this nursery, right? And then I think Joe did it again. Joe touched a thing, and
that wasn't her fault. All she did was walk up to a crib.
that's
she
true.
would have never known.
So she walked up to a crib.
It was a dead fucking baby.
No, the ghost of that baby's wet nurse appeared and just started freaking the fuck out. Okay.
She was gonna fight us.
Yeah. He was away at the time, so when he turns around, he's not seeing this ghost attacking anything. So he's like, "Whoa!" Well, no. So he's turned around. I use my words can hurt too thing and like score a critical. So she's sobbing, crying. He turns around to a ghost lady crying, and he's like, "Whoa, let's talk this out."
Because what would Marty McFly do? He would
Yeah.
see somebody. He would see like somebody. He would try to fix the problem before he went to fights.
Yeah.
In D&D, what you have to do is what your character would do. You know.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
I was playing Arnold Schwarzenegger, I would just fucking like try to hit her with a bazooka right away. Right.
I'm starting to get used to that
But I'm
too,
playing
like
Marty
doing
McFly,
that.
So Marty would see this and he'd be like, I already know I'm in a weird situation. Here's a ghost lady. I guess that makes sense given the context. Let's try to talk this out. We ended up like social gaming our way out of like a battle that would have actually been pretty hard, I think, which is cool. Her name was Betty. She was a wonderful girl.
She was just a
she was
swell
underappreciated.
lady.
She got me too'd by her employer.
By the way, great DMing by her.
Great,
because
fantastic DM.
he took a combat scenario and was like, I'm gonna make a character right now, and this is who this
and
is.
Here you go. She ends up like talking to us, and we're just like, all right, Betty, it's fine. Like, she just kind of bitched at us about her job for a little bit, and then she dissipated. We were safe. Cool, awesome.
So we set a watch for the night because we're like, this is the safest place we have.
I ended up getting into a fight with a broom that should have not taken too long. The broom ended up critting me. I have a feeling the DM
Fudged a couple of rolls.
accidentally fucked up his roll and maybe doubled, because there's no way that mob did that much.
So anyways, that was his watch.
Anyway,
I take second watch, and who appears but Betty herself.
Betty's back.
Betty's back.
bitch
and,
Betty.
And I
Did she
wonderful
give
woman,
you
Betty.
the blood boner?
no. So Betty's back, and
she just wants to hear a song.
yeah, well, no, I try to placate her, and so I'm like, I'm going to try and like sing her a lullaby and perform on my invisible guitar for her because I have one, and like just because I was being an obnoxious asshole, I was like, I'm gonna play a song called Blood Boner for her.
And it was amazing.
Yeah, and Eric's like, okay, so long as you actually perform it.
You know you're gonna have to do that as a bard. I have to do that all the time. It's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Which I mean, I'm totally cool with because just coming up with the song "Blood Boner" on the spot
Look,
was
just
awesome.
if you keep the tempo
I need to
slow,
go watch the
it's a
Blood
lot
Boner.
easier to come
Okay,
to
so I need to
lyrics.
go watch the song about the blood boner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think there was an encore, and the lyrics were completely different.
And then later we go into a different room, and these are all spoilers for this, by the way. We come across like a bunch of like figures covered in sheets. We're like, oh fuck, what's going on? And we pull one of the sheets down, and it's like it's a nurse's like skeletized body, and it's like, oh fuck, it's Betty. Oh,
Not
no,
Betty.
We found her dead body. It was like
Poor
fucked up.
Betty.
Yeah, it was fucked up. I feel like we need to bury her. You know, like
Yeah.
we need to actually.
So that's where you
Show
guys
some
left
respect.
off?
That's
No.
We left off. We were going.
We found a secret tunnel.
and then we went down and down. We were in the catacombs underneath the house
And then
Okay.
And
when it left off. Dude, boss battle's coming up.
yo.
Yeah, for sure.
But whenever we get out of this thing, like
In like a big ass skeleton in the catacombs or something.
yeah, we need to bury Betty's body. Bury Betty's body. Bury Betty's bitter body.
Bury Betty's
Bury
bitter body.
Betty's
I like
bitter
that.
We need to
body.
bury Betty's
And that's what broke
we
Baby
need
Bear's
to
balloon.
Bury Betty's bitter body. So
I like that. Yeah,
Oh
no.
yeah, I totally feel like a boss battle coming for sure.
So you always talked about play D&D. How do you feel so far about it?
I feel it's okay. So every time we've played D&D, full disclosure, it's always at the end of the night after we've done like crazy shit,
done a
and
bunch
I
of
feel
shoots
like
and
so like taxed at that point because my energy is definitely like,
Yeah, and then we're like,
so
here,
limited.
do taxes.
Yeah.
Have fun while you're
go
doing it.
improv. Be a person.
Yeah.
And then I just am I always feel so out of it. So I really don't feel like I've ever gotten to enjoy D&D. Tomorrow we're trying something different.
doing it earlier
and we're
in the
doing it
day.
earlier in the day, which I'm really excited for because I don't think I've gotten to just experience it and just live in it.
And enjoy it. Yeah.
Usually I'm thinking about like, oh my God, I can't wait to get home and just I can't help it. It was like my brain is just thinking about sleep.
But you've done improv before.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. There's just a rule set involved.
I mean, I really like the game. I don't feel like I've been able to get into like character and really like explore. I'm just thinking, okay, well, like let me fight. But
We need to get to the root of
I think that
who's Weiss.
Who's Weiss? And then the fun things that you can do. It's not always about fighting, like talking to someone. I just like that it's just it's just limitless.
It's a sandbox. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
I mean, we've done so many crazy things. I had a campaign once where we had somebody who died, came back to life, and his gender changed because of the way that we brought him back to life. And there was an entire like 2 or 3 episode arc where he was literally just dealing with that. Like he was a wizard. He was a pretty powerful wizard. He was like a level 7 or something at that point, and he like kind of went off on us. You know, while we also had somebody with a curse that was going. We had like two sessions where we were fighting the party.
Yeah, there were bottle episodes.
Yeah.
And they were. I mean, those were some of my best times with D&D. Where
Yeah.
it wasn't. I have a feeling Eric didn't write that campaign. You know, or anything in that. It was just something that fucking happened, and we just rolled with it, and it was some of the best times I've ever had with that game. Just you can do anything, and to the point where like the DM, you know, you'll do enough stuff, and the DM will be like, I had everything planned out.
It's off the rails. How do I get it back on?
How do I get it back onto the rails? Or he just says, fuck it, fuck the rails.
Yeah.
They'll get back to it 2 weeks from now. Or
Yeah,
maybe
just
they won't.
roll
I'll
with
just-
it.
Yeah, and I'll just roll with it. And that's really, I think, what a good DM is. Eric does that for the most part, I think, quite well. They're like, we can throw curveballs at him. I hate that he's here and he can hear me because I don't like to give him compliments because the man has an ego. But
He does.
But-
he's
but, like-
practically floating. His head is
I know,
inflated
exactly,
so much
exactly.
at this point.
But he's like, I really feel like he's a good DM for that. So
I'm excited to play tomorrow earlier and maybe dive into. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't. I'm really liking this series. I'm also liking the technical aspect. I like working with 360 cameras. I don't know if the viewers are actually watching in 360. Who knows? But like playing with that has been like a super fun thing for me.
I like watching it when I
think
go
it's,
back
it's,
and
it's
watch
really
it.
freaking
It
cool.
plays kind of like a video.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Memo vision now, where like when stuff happens, you pan down.
Oh,
to
yeah,
the table and
like,
some weird memes show up.
I barely caught that like at the end of it because I was like, wait, is there something on the fucking table? I looked down and I was like, well, all we are is just dust in the wind, bro. And I was like, yes, this. Is the camera still on?
I don't know, the camera's still.
And
Oh
hard cut.
shit!
Who knows how long that's been going on?
Like boomerangs.
So
like,
when I'm banging right, I gotta like do the twist a little bit. You know what I mean? To kind of.
This is terrible.
Take us out.
Do the mashed potato.
Okay. I'm so repulsed. I don't think I can have sex for another week. So that does it for the BRB podcast.
Sorry, Doug.
I had so much fun chatting with Jum and Jam. It was good times. Learned about Chicago and talked some D&D. And yeah, thanks guys.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was really fun. We didn't get into sex talk. I'm so proud of you guys.
Yeah, well, except for like, hey, and then you got raped, right?
So anyway, here's the thing. My dick has an elbow on it.
Does it really?
It takes a hard.
So you got a knobby knob.
Hard curve to the left.
That sounds
I mean, like,
terrifying.
90 degrees.
So if you were to
And
like throw yourself down the
disgusting.
hallway,
I
kind
kinda
of